Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is going to be your full moon in Pisces reading. Now, Pisces is the sign of dreams, imagination, and connection to spirit. It's also known as the sign of the mystic. So this full moon is all about your intuition. This full moon in Pisces is happening on September 2nd, and it's infusing all of us with the dreamy, mystical, creative vibes of the watery sign of the fish. And while the most empathic of us are going to struggle with this sudden deep dive into the emotional depths, this lunation, this full moon cycle spells magical manifestations for all of us. And remember, the full moon is also an amazing time to release what no longer serves you. So let's go ahead and jump into this reading. We're going to invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that my dearest Sagittarians need to hear for this full moon in Pisces. If I'm not mistaken, Pisces, you guys might want to check out the Pisces reading, because I remember that Sag, you guys came out a lot. So if you have Pisces in your chart, or if you're energetically attached to Pisces, that might be something of interest for you. So let's go ahead and jump into this. What do my Sagittarians need to know for their highest and greatest good for this full moon in Pisces? Chariot in reverse. You know, Chariot for some readers represents Sagittarius energy, and you know what? I'm going to read it that way. Although, you know, traditionally it represents Cancerian energy. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Sag, your overall energy for this reading is the King of Swords in reverse. All right, this type of energy is an energy I don't like. We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, this has to do with your job or your work situation. For others, it has to do with collaboration. So I feel like somebody in your household, like a spouse, where you're talking about bills, where you're talking about budget and that sort of thing. For some of you, it might be artistic collaboration, or it could just be with friends and groups and that sort of thing. It could also be in education, okay? The King of Swords is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. But when the King of Swords is in reverse, it's a narcissistic, it's a selfish energy. There's a lot of confusion. It's somebody who's really anchored in the shadow, and they're really projecting, you know, what's triggering them. And Sag, I'm really picking up on this being an external energy, an energy that you have to deal with at this time. You may have been dealing with this. This could represent an ex. Again, I am picking up on something having to do with finances here. So it might have to do with a divorce or separation or child custody. The King of Swords in reverse can also be, you know, quite abusive energy. So whether that's physically, psychologically. All right. If it's not relating to another person, it's that aspect of ourselves that's extremely hard on ourselves. And this could be something that we learned from childhood. It could have, be that we are replaying traumas and hurts and disappointments, and we're really sort of bearing the brunt of that blame. Okay, and we're really being negative to ourselves. So it's really important that you're careful with your communication, that there aren't any miscommunications with people, but then also pay attention to how you're treating yourself, because I do think there's like a lot of reacting, okay, rather than being anchored in this safe, calm space. So I really want you to make sure that you're taking good care of yourself, Sag, okay? And for others of you, you might be dealing with a partner or a boss or somebody who's really, really anchored in that shadow. So what I'm seeing for you guys, Sagittarius, I'm seeing that you might be stuck. You might feel like there's no forward movement in your situation. Now, the Chariot energy, this is Cancerian energy. This is about the need for creative problem solving. So coming up with sort of non-traditional ways of approaching any blockages you might have. Now, the Chariot energy, the Chariot is a warrior, a fighter. It's this Cancerian energy, although some attribute, Sagittarius to this card as well. And it's a very, very powerful energy of victory and success. When it's in the reverse, somebody or something is stagnant, but Spirit wants me to remind you, this card does not stay stuck for very long, okay? So the way that you guys are projecting yourself at the moment is the Queen of Swords in reverse. Yeah, for some of you guys, you are going through a breakup. Some of you guys, this is a separation. The King and the Queen of Swords can be a divine pair, but I'm actually picking up more than anything that this is a karmic situation. Both are in the reverse. The Queen of Swords, Sagittarius, I think you're matching this energy. That I think you're reacting to whatever this King of Swords energy is, and Spirit saying this has you not moving forward. So we need to really find, you know, a way for you to heal and to find your inner calm and not allow this energy to affect you or suck you into, you know, its vortex, okay, to get you out of your sacred space, your calm space, your strength. Okay, because again, and I feel like this is very, very difficult. Again, for some of you, it's going to be, it could be the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It could be the ending of a long-term union, a relationship. It could be somebody who you thought you were going to be with forever. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse could be a family splitting up. It could be, splitting up those assets. For some of you, it might be in business. You might be dealing with somebody at work that you've been in partnership with for quite some time, and you might be really concerned about, about what you're going to lose, because with the King and the Queen of Swords in reverse and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, this is a major, major separation here. Now, for some of you, it may be that balance between the masculine and the feminine within, and you may be feeling really turned upside down, and you might be feeling stagnant at this time, okay? So remember, this Piscean full moon energy, it can be difficult because it's a deep emotional dive, and it's really, really imperative that you trust your psychic abilities, because Sagittarius, you guys are very, are profoundly empathic and psychic in your own right, okay? So, what's blocking you? We have the Wheel of Fortune. So for some of my Sagittarius, you are going through a tough period. Remember, there are ebbs and there are flows. And the whole theme for all of these Pisces full moon readings, and it's come up, I think, for every single sign, our challenges are not happening to us. They are happening for us. When you have an obstacle, or in this case, it might be an opponent or somebody that you see that is challenging you, that is up against you, this is the time to work your light. These challenges, you have to take any sort of challenge in every day as an opportunity to shine your light. Okay, and that's very hard to do because I feel like this is getting quite emotional. There might be some sort of backstabbing, there might be some underhanded stuff going on, but it's about being above board, Sagittarius. It's about doing the right thing. The Wheel of Fortune is a card of change. Now, sometimes we read it as luck, or things are sort of not going your way when it's in reverse, but it's also all about it's about how you're dealing with change. So some of you guys are feeling stuck because you know that this separation needs to happen. For others of you, you're in the midst of a separation, whether it was initiated by you or this person or your job or your boss or whatever it might be, or this imbalance, and you're not dealing with this change. You're resisting it. Okay, and Spirit and this energy of Pisces is the fish. It's this water sign. It's this watery energy of what happens when, water meets a big giant rock. It goes around it, okay, or it goes above it. And this is the energy, Sag, that you need to harness to really step into the flow, okay, and raise your vibration, because I really don't like seeing the King and the Queen of Swords in reverse here. Okay, because to me, something here is getting nasty or it's getting unhealthy. There's a level of toxicity that's associated with this situation. Now, what you need to do to overcome these obstacles, we have the 10 of Wands. Now, this is your energy. This is Sagittarian energy. The 10 of Wands can represent fire, so Aries and Leo as well. But the 10 of Wands is the completion of a cycle. And look at that. She's holding on to this skull. Now, for some of you, this card is all about saying yes too many times. It's about taking on too much responsibility. It's about doing it all yourself. Maybe never having asked for help or not knowing knowing how to ask for help, and also, you know, understanding that something, and for many of you, this is a relationship, has come to an end. Now, again, it can be with another person. It could be that aspect of yourself that's really hard on yourself, that tells you, you know, that like that berates you, that puts yourself down, okay? Or it's an outside, you know, it's an outside energy. In order to overcome this, in order to get out of this stasis, out of this stagnant state, you're going to have to understand that this is dead and gone. Again, I just see that skull energy. And when I see skulls, I think of the death card. I'm seeing that scorpionic energy as well, because there's rebirth in death. What comes after the 10? A 1, a brand new beginning. And you know what? None of us, even if this is a change we want, we've been desiring, we've been dreaming of, we've been manifesting, there's still some sort of conflict in letting go and walking away, okay? And Spirit's saying you can do this gracefully, but you're going to have to reconcile with the fact that this no longer serves you. And it no longer serves you to be in this energy, to be matching, you know, this King and this Queen of Swords. I just hear the swords clanking. It doesn't serve you to match this energy, you know. And for those of you, you know, of the Christian tradition, I just heard, you know, you know, in the Bible when it says, and I believe it's Jesus, and you guys can correct me, I don't know the verse, I don't know the book, but when you get hit in the face, you should turn the other cheek. That's sort of the message here. Don't meet fire with fire. Don't meet steel with steel, because that's just perpetuating this cycle. It's time to release. It's time to start anew. You're going to be so thankful that you do that. Okay. The next card out is what you can do within. So you guys have the Two of Swords. Again, this is about pulling back. So again, I'm really picking up on this real reactionary, I want to fight. Although some of my Saggies out there, you're kind of sick of it. You don't want to fight. You're feeling exhausted. You maybe you thought you could, you know, you could go head to head with this person or with this situation, but you're coming to the realization that that's not getting you anywhere. And so you really need to find another way to diffuse this, okay, or to get out of this and to move forward, because it's important to acknowledge it as part of your journey, as part of your path, okay? And again, these challenges, these difficulties, they don't happen to you, they're happening for you. And this Moon and Libra card, which can represent Gemini and Aquarius as well, is all about pulling back. You have two Aces of Swords. Again, those two swords clanking. But look, now they're separated, and she's using all of her will and all of her strength and all of her might. These are very, very heavy swords, you guys. Very, very heavy swords, and she's using all of her strength and all of her might to separate them and to keep them apart. So again, you're going to have to use so much willpower, okay, which is contained in this Chariot energy, okay? The Charioteer, if you take a look here, the Charioteer is all about using his will and experience to move these two beasts, in this case, these two lions, and keep them apart and to move in the same direction, okay? So it's no easy task, but you've been through enough, Sag. You have enough wisdom, you have enough experience, you have enough emotional integrity, emotional intelligence to move through this in a different way. So it might take you pulling back. It might also take you, and I know it can be difficult, especially when there's been a lot of bickering, especially when somebody's playing dirty or somebody's done you dirty, or you know, you want to react and you want to defend yourself and you want to prove yourself. Okay, but Spirit's saying it may be time to take another avenue. Pull back. Keep these two swords apart. No fighting for now until the solution comes to you. And how do you do that? With this full moon, you need to release. This 10 of Wands energy is releasing, coming to terms with the end of whatever cycle this is. It can be with a person. It can be on your spiritual journey. It can be at work. It can be within. Okay? Now, What you need to know is the Nine of Wands energy. And I apologize if you guys hear my computer bleeping, but I take it as confirmation. The Nine of Wands energy is somebody feeling really exhausted. And we see that, the Chariot card in reverse, this stasis, this stagnancy, the warrior needing to take a break. And the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior card as well. And when it's in the upright, you're gathering that strength to push through, to keep this going, that you're going to win, that, you know, that this is going to be healed, this is going to, you know, it's going to go the way you want it to. But with this card in reverse, there's such an exhaustion. Again, you have the 9 and the 10 of Wands. You really have to evaluate, is this something that you want to continue fighting? Is this something that, is this an energy that you want to contain in your life? Because Spirit's saying there's another way. There's the beauty way. There's the path of least resistance, which is going to take you, it's going to ferry you into a much more beautiful existence. I'm getting that whatever the situation is, Sag, you know, the Wounded Warrior card is, you know, this has done a number on you mentally, if not physically. The Nine of Wands in reverse takes us back to the Eight of Wands, which is the card of, or the Wands of love. And it's my card of law of attraction. What is it that you want to attract in your life? What energy are you putting out, and are you receiving that in return? In this relationship, I feel like, you know, I think that you've been matching this person's negative energy, and it's time to rethink that. It's time to move beyond that. And you have all of the tools to do that, I promise, Sag. Your outcome position, you get the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse talks about a loss, a separation, a divorce, losing a home, losing a job. But what's absolutely beautiful about this card and what they're telling me, this takes us back to the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. The 9 of Pentacles is about being alone but not lonely. The 9 of Pentacles is independence. It's absolutely one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's Venus and Virgo. It's being self-made. You are okay on your own. You do not need this energy, Sag. You absolutely do not need this. It's holding you back. It's weighing you down. But I feel like you are the one. I mean, I do feel like somebody might be clinging to this as well. Maybe out of comfort, maybe due to finances, because with this 10 of Pentacles, we do see this couple here, you know, and they have a house, they have a home, you know, they have the dog. All right, they have stability. Okay, but there's a rigidity, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, between them. And in the reverse, it's independence, financial independence, emotional independence. And Sag, it seems like to me that's a beautiful thing. Okay, let's go ahead and see what additional messages come out for my Sagittarians. You get change, the Thunder Moon. 35 breaking down to another 8. So remember, 88 is about, or 8s are about manifestation. They're about abundance. So there's abundance coming to you, but you haven't seen that because of whatever this energy, this King and this Queen of Swords reversed is. It's shadow energy. Some of you need to do cord cutting, and you need to do some cleanses. And I say cleansing because we have the Thunder Moon and we have this lightning. This is a true Tower moment. But again, this is happening for you, not to you, because it's time to move away from this energy. It's time to move out of this stagnancy. And what does a storm do? A storm blows through, and it creates this sort of frenetic energy with the lightning and the thunder. And, you know, it teaches us how human we are. Okay, and the power of nature. But what happens is it clears out what no longer serves us, and it washes away the pain, the heartache, and it washes away the past so that the new can emerge. All right, and we get the unexpected, 43, breaking down to a 7. So for some of you, this is a very unexpected change. All right, and what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing a person, I'm seeing two people here, but I'm seeing them more like friends. I'm seeing that, you know, this Sagittarius, that you do have friends, family, but not only that, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors who are going to rally by your side during this, because it does seem like a slightly difficult moment. Okay, but I think you're ready for this change. Although it's going to seem unexpected, I don't feel like you're going to be so surprised, because I think a number of you have become comfortable with confronting this person or dealing with this energy, but it's not an energy that Spirit wants you to be comfortable with having in your life. Okay, and we get attraction, 44. Sagittarius, I think this change is going to take you out of not only is the conflict in your life going to dissipate, and this 10 of Pentacles is, yes, there might be like an initial loss, but this attraction, this is law of attraction. I feel like once this storm rolls through and this energy is cleared out, you're going to see how powerful you are, how independent you are, and you're going to attract more abundance than you ever dreamed of. Look at this, resilience. If that doesn't look like the 10 of Wands in a traditional tarot deck, I don't know what does, but you are going to push through. This is going to be, not going to be easy, Sag, but it is going to be so worth it. This is something you guys have been dealing with for a very long time. I'm picking up on either whether it's self-doubt, whether it's a narcissist in your life, whether it's an ex, okay, whether it's an abusive partner. This is an energy you've been dealing with for a long time, and some of you guys, it has or had become your normal. Oh, and I'm just seeing when that storm rolls through, there are going to be branches on the ground. You know, there are going to be tulip poplars left, right, and center, leaves, but it's going to be a beautiful new shade of green and a fertile, fertile time for you. Number 8, everything in perfect balance. Look at that. So you get another 8. 8s are also, you know, the figure 8 is also known as a lemniscate. The fancy word for the figure 8 is about ascension. It's about abundance. It's about attraction. Sag. This storm is going to be worth it. This shakeup, this paradigm shift is long overdue. Feel loved and proud. Number 19, breaking down to a 10. Yeah, because I'm feeling like you haven't felt loved in such a long time. With all of this conflict, with everything that you've been through. And this 9 of Pentacles energy, the 9 of Pentacles energy is that Empress energy. She loves herself first and foremost. She's proud of everything she's done. She's strong. She's independent. And that's what you're getting back. That's what you're stepping into. All right, and then you get minimus, commune with the source. 17, breaking down to another 8. So again, when you guys see repeating numbers, especially number 8, or you see the figure 8, whoops, and we get another confirmation there, you guys. You know, this is source. This is spirit communicating with you. You're on the right path. You're doing what needs to be done. Wow, Sag. Wow. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at final messages from the Precious Gems Oracle. What final messages do you have for my Sagittarians, please? You get Bornite joyfulness, and look at what number that is. Can't make this stuff up, you guys. Number 8. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. We also have here, we have 43 breaking down to a 7. We have 17 breaking down to an 8. Okay, we have 2 8s. We have 35 breaking down to an 8. I thought we had a 9. We do have the 9 here. We have another 8, and we have 19 to a 10. So you guys, you're on the right path. This has been a long time, and it's usually the end of a cycle, that final push, which is the most difficult when we want to give up. And so many of us, especially, I know this is sort of like a hackneyed saying about entrepreneurs, but so many entrepreneurs give up right before they are wildly successful. That is not your story, Sag. That is absolutely not your story. Joyfulness, restoring happiness. This is, I think you guys have been unhappy for quite some time, feeling stuck, feeling stagnant. For some of you, you've been working with law of attraction and you just sort of gave up on the fact that you could attract love, money, health, rest, the job, the people, the situations that you want and that you need, okay? And you started to doubt it. And Spirit saying, don't. Bring joy back into your life. Raise your vibration. The Bornite affirmations are, there is always a positive. Yes, so seeing the bright side. I see joy all around. I bring happiness to others. My chakras are aligned and balanced. The copper and bornite tarnishes to create brilliant iridescent blues and purples. It has a violet energy that resonates with all chakras, the astrological sign of Aries, and the element of earth. The stunning crystal is regarded as a stone of happiness because it protects the bearer from all forms of negativity. Yes, and I'm picking up on that for many of you. This negativity is, someone or a situation that you are dealing with. Bornite removes blocks to stop you reaching your goals and breaks old thought patterns that may have been holding you back. Absolutely, I've been picking up on that. And the Chariot needs to release a block to be in the upright to be successful. Bornite has a two-sided effect. It gives you the ability to see beauty and joy around you, and this positive energy can then be channeled to others. Happiness is a celebration of the present, not a betrayal of the past. Joy brings resilience, objectivity, and motivation. Shared laughter brings relief. A tender truth is brought into the light. What is revealed is healed. Now, this full moon in Pisces is revealing so much to all of us. Some of you guys are going to find out something that you didn't want to know or that you don't want to hear. Okay, something that's quite unexpected. You may find that you have people that you can lean on, but your angels and your spirit guides and your animal spirits, okay, are all around you during this time, protecting you, guiding you through this process, through this great change, because you are ultimately going to come out on top. This wheel is going to turn in reverse. It's going to be upright. There are ebbs and there are flows. You might feel like you've been, and I love how the Chariot and the wheel both show up in the reverse because, I'm really seeing an old wagon wheel sort of stuck in the mud. But this realization, this Pisces new moon is going to be what jerks this wagon wheel out of its rut. Wow, Sagittarius, and brings you joy and abundance because that's what you deserve. Thank you guys for listening. I love you so much. Have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.